So the highly anticipated new gacha game, Snowbreak Containment Zone, has released today, and so, yeah, I just wanted to talk about my day one first impressions of the game. And so the main thing that stood out to me about this game was the gameplay. And so keep in mind I played this game on PC and not on the phone, so for mobile users, your mileage may vary. But the gameplay on PC is actually really fun, especially for a gacha game. Like, basically this game is a third-person cover shooter game, and it actually does it pretty well. Like, it's really satisfying just being able to, just being able to beat a whole lot of enemies at once. Like, all the guns and weapons just feel satisfying to use, and getting headshots with them feels so nice, because like, there's like the sound animation, or there's the sound effect that you get for getting a headshot feels so satisfying. And like, my favorite thing in this game so far has been mowing down enemies using the shotgun. Like, the shotgun is actually just the funnest weapon in this game. But likewise, in this game, I've also had a little less fun when fighting against bosses. Like, they just feel like bullet sponges to me sometimes, and I know like there's dodging and other mechanics, but for me this game stands out when you just like mow down endless like hordes of units. And yeah, there's also one thing that stood out to me, and that it's like, you actually kind of need skill for this game. Like there's aiming, headshots, like skill rotations, like there's so much stuff that like goes into this game that I feel like you would actually need some skill to be well with it. Like, low-key, I feel like even if you aren't the luckiest with your gacha pulls, or don't like manage your like units that well, you could probably go pretty far in this game just based on pure skill. Like, if you get way more headshots than a normal person, or if you can like flick better or something. Like, I imagine like a Valorant pro would be way better at this game than I would. And so yeah, that's something that I thought was cool, because it's like in a lot of other gacha games, low-key you don't need to have the best skill, and like also that's why like I think for this game there might not be as clearly defined of a meta, because it's like for some people some like weapons might be easier to use than other weapons for some other people. And so that's why I think this game is really cool so far. And yeah, but speaking of the skill involved, I also wanted to talk about some of the cool mechanics this game has. And so there's like, they have like skills like in alts and like other random skills, which are really cool, but low-key, I'm kind of bad at using them. Like, I kept on nading the floor, and yeah, I was not good at using some of the skills. I am also not the best at FPSs, but that's, or I guess don't play some shooters either. But that's a different story. But yeah, there's like cool mechanics. Like, there's different weapons, and each weapon has different use cases. Like, you can use a sniper for long distance, a shotgun for short distance, etc. And yeah, you can also like rotate between units, which is really cool. Like, if you can swap between like a shotgun user to like a sniper user, and yeah, I think that's really cool. And there's also like a cover system. And so the cover system makes it so that like enemies can't shoot you, and you can just like duck behind and then come back up to shoot them. And yeah, it's actually a pretty well thought out gameplay system, and I think that's really cool, especially for a gacha game. And so yeah, I think these are my basic thoughts on the gameplay so far. And so there's some other things that I noticed, which I wanted to talk about, I guess. And so like the first thing I noticed is the like pull system. And so they have a 5-star pity at 80 pulls, which is honestly pretty good, I think. Like, for most other games, like Genshin I think is like 120 pulls, or like other games have, yeah, way more pulls, and so I think 80 pulls is not bad. And another thing I wanted to talk about was the graphics of the game. And so the graphics they're not the worst. They're pretty good at times. Like, the art and character design, like the splash arts, are really cool, but I think like the in-game models, initially I didn't really like them that much, but like they kind of grew on me, and I like didn't really care after a little bit. But I imagine like they can't really make the most high like definition models, because you know this is also a mobile game, and yeah, so I can't really blame them for it. But I just wanted to say, like, it initially threw me off, but I got really used to it. But one thing that I really don't like about this game is the UI. Like, I don't know if it's the font or whatever, but like, it really seems, I don't know, it seems like weird, or like I don't know, unprofessional maybe. I don't know what the word is. I just don't like the font basically, or like the UI. And so yeah, that's just like my major nitpick though. And so I think it's like that's my only real big like nitpick of the game is I hate the UI. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed my first few hours of Snowbreak Containment Zone. And so I highly recommend you guys check this out. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. And so if you guys like this video, please like and subscribe for more. And yeah, until next time though, Dwarlock signing off.